Hello. Hello. How are you? Yeah, I would be feeling the same way if I were you. I'm doing pretty okay. I bet you'd be feeling the same way if you were me, considering. That was supposed to be like a joke to get into the topic that I am talking about today. And the topic I am talking about today is fear. And how fear can be fucking paralyzing and has the potential to halt life itself. Or fear can have the brute energy to be used and to be alchemized into passion or into movement of some sort. And so we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the hidden lesson of fear. And it's a bitch. It's a bitch and a half. I have danced with this understanding for a while, for like 2 years. That's a while for me. I'm young. But about 2 years. I deal with a lot of anxiety, and I have a lot of anxiety and a lot of what ifs go in my head a lot, and I'm constantly thinking. And I had to learn how to not be trampled by my fear thoughts that would halt my development as a person. You know, like me wanting to step out of my comfort zone and needing to, try new foods or do something else other than, the circle and the routine I'm used to. That you have to step out of. There's fear there that comes up with it. You have to step out of it, and it's really hard to step out of it if you're stuck in that loop of just saying fuck nah, So these are actually practical steps that I have written down here, that I've written down. So shit hits the fan, I can look, and like now it's part of my brain subconsciousness of like going through the thoughts, going through the questions and the ideas, the format of putting this situation in. So I'm just gonna jump into it and we're gonna walk through it with an example. And the example is, let's say in theory I'm driving to work and I have a feeling that I'm anywhere from being on time to like 7 minutes late. Right? And I don't know whether or not to call or just to wing it or what. Like, this is a situation that would have me like fucking ripping my hair out. Because it's difficult. It's not an easy situation. We're smart individuals. We're some pretty creative folk. So fear also has to be creative. And sometimes can blow up a situation, right? So in this situation, I would be freaking out. What am I gonna do? I'm just clattering my teeth driving to work, freaking out, wondering whether or not I need to sell my manager or not. And I'm getting overwhelmed. What am I gonna do? Well, first, you gotta understand. You can understand and acknowledge the fact that you're not in a calm state of mind. So like when I was talking about that, and I was making this movement, this is to like kind of to match like what my lungs are doing, what my breath is doing, like I'm panicked. I am panicked. And acknowledging the fact that I'm making movements that don't reflect like a calm, level-headed self is enough for me to understand, okay, something's firing, like I'm not standing balanced right now, like I'm in the fucking wind. So acknowledging that then helps me go to like this third person, like above the, freaking out, because I understand I'm freaking out. It's my present moment and it makes sense I'm freaking out. But also above that, this wasn't happening 20 minutes ago. It won't be happening 2 hours from now. And in the grand scheme of things, being late to work, no matter what happens, I'm all right. I can get a new job. I'm young. Life is, look at the world, there's so much shit going on. You're good, And that has instantly brought my panic down. Or at least given me the ability to grab hold of it. I'm touching it now. And being able to touch it, I'm able to move it around and get my fingers in there. So what I do next, and this is like old wisdom, is to imagine the worst case scenario. I go into work and my manager's pissed. I go into work and I let some people down. I got really busy and I should have been there. I go in and my manager freaks the fuck out and fires me. Man, those suck. All those ideas suck. But what would I do in all those scenarios? I'd probably shrug it off. Take my guilt, take my shame where it's properly, justified. Or if I got fired, fuck it, I quit. Not I quit, but like, shit. Time to get a new job. And then I'll be okay, And those sucks isn't like the world's on fire like I was feeling it was. Alright, bro, what you doing? He said, fuck you, I got a motorcycle, I'll do whatever I want. But yeah, right? So now you're breathing, you understand that you're anxious and you're working on it and you're trying to figure it out. And then you think about what would be the worst thing to happen if I did this. And you think about it and you're like, that would suck, but where shit happens. And then I think about the best thing possible. I go into work and nobody gives a shit. Oh, that's fine. I go to work and I say sorry for being late and they say that's okay. These things happen. And it's okay. And then when I think of that, I literally just felt the whole situation clear from my body. Like I was like, oh fuck, I can do this. That's the feeling that you want to feel. Feel it. That's what you want. And you want to breathe that shit in, like, capable. And I'm also like breathing in like I always breathe in the good manifestation, the idea of like it's gonna be okay. And when I do that, it gives me this motivation to step forward and go forward. And I've processed it. It's like I've lived it. I've lived it the worst and I've lived the best of it. And I'm pretty sure I could handle anything in between now. And one step at a time, learning to live with fear. And learning to move on with fear and not let fear paralyze you when you're moving forward. Alright. I gotta get the hell out of here. I got stuff to do. I love you. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you next time.